أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
You see, the Quran is either a mercy and a light for some people, or it is a curse and blindness for other people. This is the Quran. No gray area. Either you are guided by the Quran, by the blessing of Allah Jalla Jalaluhu, if you are ready, or the person as if he turns deaf ears, as if he never heard the Quran and doesn't like the Quran. There are some Muslims, if the Quran is open, he's not ready to listen. And he talks. Whenever the Quran is recited, he speaks. As if his speech is better than the Quran. لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله. The Quran curses these people. The Quran. The Prophet ﷺ says, رُبَّ تَالٍ وَالْقُرْآنُ يَلْعَنُهُ. There are people who would recite the Quran, but the Quran curses them. Because, you see, they do not believe in the Quran. They just recite it by their tongues, not by their hearts and minds. So Allah says here, we recite unto you, you see, part of the news of Musa and Pharaoh with truth to those who are ready to believe, not to everyone. Okay? It is the lucky ones who have that readiness, inshaAllah ta'ala. And then Allah begins it simply, beautifully. You see, the words of the Quran flow easily into the heart and mind of a believer. إِنَّ فِرْعَوْنَ عَلَى فِي الْأَرْضِ. Pharaoh became very arrogant in the land, meaning in Egypt. وَجَعَلَ أَهْلَهَا شِيَعًا. And he made the people of Egypt into sects and divisions. He divided them so that he can control all of them. They say, divide to rule. That was the policy of the British in India. They divided the people of India in order to be able to rule the subcontinent that had millions and millions under the British crown. When the people of India decided to unite, the British could not stay in India one day. They were united behind Gandhi. He became their national hero and leader, and so the British had to go out. That was the plan of Pharaoh. He divided people, and they stayed divided, you see. It is only when Musa came with the message that he united the people, based on faith, on Iman. Iman unites, and kufr, disbelief, divides. You see. So Pharaoh divided the people. You see. يَسْتَضْعِفُ طَائِفَةً مِّنْهُمْ. You see. He used to weaken, to suppress one part of his people, the Israelites. What did he do with them? يُذَبِّحُ أَبْنَاءَهُمْ. يُذَبِّح, not يَذْبَح. There is a difference here. يُذَبِّح means he continuously slaughters their male children. Pharaoh, he would kill and kill and kill. This is يذبح. If you kill only once, that is يذبح. But if you kill and kill and kill, that is, you see, continuous killing. So Pharaoh used to perform a continuous killing. Every other year, he would kill all those who were born that year. Why every other year? Because in the beginning, he used to kill every male from the people of Israel. Because he had a dream that one of the males of the Israelites will kill him. So he decided to kill everybody, males that are born, so that he's safe. Did he achieve safety? Then he was advised, if you kill all the males, you will not have any servants, any slaves. and you leave the women only, then they will finish. The people of Israel will not marry, they will not give any children, and so we'll miss our servants and slaves. So he decided to kill the males every other year. Okay? And subhanallah, Harun was born in the year males were spared. Okay? And Musa was born in the year where he has to kill every male. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has a plan. You plan and Allah plans. And it is always, you see, Allah's plan that will come to pass. Whatever you do, you see. Anything you do, you plan, Allah may have a different planning. And so His plan will come to pass, not your plan. يستضعف طائفة منهم يذبح أبناءهم ويستحيي نساءهم. He will spare the women of the Israelites so that they continue to be slaves to him and his people. إنه كان من المفسدين. The Quran says he was one of those who are evil mongers, the mischief mongers, criminals. And then Allah says ونريد أن نمن على الذين استضعفوا في الأرض. But we wanted, you see, to give a bounty to those who are suppressed in the land. Allah wanted to make them leaders rather than servants and slaves. وَنَجْعَلَهُمْ أَئِمَّةً. Allah wanted to make them, as I said, leaders. وَنَجْعَلَهُمُ الْوَارِثِينَ. And we wanted to make them the inheritors. And what? وَنُمَكِّنَ لَهُمْ فِي الْأَرْضِ. And we would make them influential in the land. وَنُرِيَ فِرْعَوْنَ وَهَامَانَ وَجُنُودَهُمَا مِنْهُمْ مَا كَانُوا يَحْذَرُونَ. That is the judgment. Allah wanted to make the Israelites leaders in the land of Egypt and wanted to show Pharaoh, his prime minister Haman, and their troops, you see, from the Israelites what they were, you see, afraid of, what they were warned against, you see. And then Allah continues. Look at the style. Allah gives you the result first, okay? The beginning and then the end. Then He explains, subhanahu wa ta'ala. He gives you details. Look at the style here. He doesn't take you and the conclusion comes in the end. No. He gives you the conclusion and then shows you how it took place. وَأَوْحَيْنَا, that is the beginning. وَأَوْحَيْنَا إِلَىٰ أُمِّ مُوسَىٰ أَنْ أَرْضِعِيهِ. We inspired the mother of Musa. She was not a prophet. No woman was a prophet. You may ask why. Why women are not prophets? Why did not Allah choose women to be prophets? A pertinent question. But the answer is clear. Because women, they have the period every month. How can they receive the divine inspiration when they are impure? 1 week of every month, they have that. This is Allah created them like that. So that they can give birth and we can have children. Allah has wisdom in everything. So they don't qualify being in that period to receive the divine revelation, which has to come to the pure rather than the impure. You see? This is why. No discrimination. Women are not second class. Rather, in Islam, women are preferred. You may be astonished. Allah prefers women. The good women, they are better. If they are good, but the good are few, you see. The Prophet says about women, give charity. I have seen you make the majority of the people of hell. The Prophet warned women. They represent, when he visited over, you know that visit, that great visit of Muhammad ﷺ in Mi'raj, Allah gave him the good opportunity to visit paradise and hell. So the Prophet says to women, look, give charity, women, because I have seen you make the majority of the people of hell. Why? Look at women today, as in every age, with all due respect and love to the good women, the pious women. You see, very few women can make good wives. You see, very few. It is the lucky ones who have good wives. You see, and that's why the percentage of divorce is very, very high everywhere. You see, and that's why Allah does not again blame women, men as well. If there is no piety, both are to blame. So here, not by their hearts and minds. So Allah says,